Hi, my name is Claudine Gallagher and I am the founder and CEO of Dedication Real Estate Corporation in the Philippines. I am an active rental property investor. If you want to learn about property investing in the Philippines, please don't forget to like and share and subscribe so I can notify you with my upcoming video. In this video, I will be sharing with you 25 frugal tips that can help you save money, improve your finances to invest in buying assets that put money in your pocket. One of the keys to gain control of your finances and pay off debt, apart from creating a budget and sticking to a debt repayment plan, is learning how to live frugally. I will cover budgeting tips in another video, but today I want to talk about frugality and some tips to be more frugal. The term frugality or kuripot in Tagalog is often associated with pinching pennies and depriving yourself of things that bring you joy, when in fact the opposite is true. Frugal living isn't always about living as cheaply as you can. Rather, it's about making mindful choices that allows you to save money so that you can pay off your debt faster and enjoy the small and big things in life. To live frugally, you just need to keep a simple personal finance mantra in mind. Spend less than you earn. Achieving this can be done through a combination of personalizing your spending and cutting your expenses in different areas of your life. Here are some frugal living ideas you can incorporate in different areas of your life so you'll know how to live frugally and save money. Transportation. Go with one car. The average person spends over 16 days a year stuck in traffic and 24 minutes a day looking for parking space in Metro Manila for the privilege of driving their own vehicle. We're talking about one vehicle here. Many families have two cars. For these families, even if they paid off one vehicle, the cost of insurance, fuel, parking, repairs, and routine maintenance can quickly add up. If it's possible, consider taking public transportation to work. It's 80% cheaper than owning and using a car. We know the MRT and jeeps and buses can be compact, but your saving will definitely not be. If you live close enough to work, you could also consider walking or biking. Housing. Consider downsizing your home. Just because you can afford a larger house or an apartment in the city center doesn't mean you need to. If you can comfortably live in a smaller home or an apartment just outside Metro Manila, you could save thousands of pesos a year. Electricity. Most people only use their air conditioning units at night to fall asleep comfortably. So, why not turn off the air condition unit an hour before you wake up? Most air conditioning units today have timers which you could set to how many hours should the appliance run. An hour without the air conditioning unit still allow you to enjoy a cool room. In fact, if you use the air conditioning unit every night and go for this option, you could save as much as 30 hours worth of electricity every month. Television. These days, when many of us are on our phones and tablets and using the internet, I believe paying extra money for cable TV packages is madness. Filipinos spend on average 4.9 hours a week watching TV. There are other far more productive things you could be doing with your time. Cable TV can be very expensive and rarely adds any value, so you may as well do without it. You could be spending time with family and friends, taking up a new hobby, or catching up on your reading. You'll be surprised how much money you'll save and how little you'll miss television series and dramas. These days, if you have to watch your favorite program, online streaming services like Netflix allow you to stream movies and television shows at a fraction of the cost. So, definitely say goodbye to cable TV. Day to day living. Get a library card. Instead of spending out money on books and DVDs, you can borrow them for free at your local library. Many libraries have a great selection of the latest books, musics, and movies. And the great thing about borrowing a book or if a movie is if you didn't enjoy it, you won't have to beat yourself up for spending money on something you'll likely never read or watch again. Cancel magazine and newspaper subscription. With the internet these days, we can easily access news, information, and entertainment online for free, making costly subscriptions exactly that costly. Nip your bad habits in the bud. Cutting back on smoking, limiting your alcohol consumption, and reining in your junk food habit are great ways to save money. Cigarettes, alcohol, and fancy coffees eats up a large chunk of your budget, and they aren't adding to your health either. Cut back or cut out on these bad habits and watch your health and finances improve and month by month. Find a side hustle. You can bring in an extra cash by capitalizing on a hobby you enjoy or a skill set you have. For example, if you're a good writer, consider freelancing articles for blogs, newspapers, media outlets, or on a freelancer website. If you're crafty, consider selling your creations on Etsy. Entertainment and going out. Eat before heading out to the movies. Popcorn, candy, and nachos are expensive. So if you bill up before hitting the theater, you're more likely to bypass the cinema shop and keep your money in your wallet. Instead of spending 600 pesos to see a movie, consider having a game night at home with a handful of friends. You'll engage with your friends more and you'll be surprised at how inexpensive and entertaining a game night can be. Making use of the senior citizen discount. Turning 60 in the Philippines does have its perks, not just for Lolo or Lola, but for their families too, who get to take part of the 20% discount whenever they take their beloved seniors out on a dinner or lunch date. Go out for lunch instead for dinner. Lunchtime menu items are often cheaper than their dinner counterparts, and most restaurants offer lunchtime specials as well. To lower your bill even further, go for water instead of wine and skip dessert. If you go out for dinner, share a meal. The portions in some chain restaurants are more than enough for one person. So consider splitting your meal and the cost of the dinner with your dinner dining partner. Or eat only half of what you ordered and pack up the rest for your lunch the next day. Piso pairs gets snapped up in seconds in the Philippines, mostly by the frugal Filipinos who stay up all night to book their flights. Tie that up with suitcase or backpack filled with canned goods and booking at a friend's or family living room and you've got a budget trouble Pinoy style. Food and groceries. Instead of buying breakfast on the run or eating out during lunch, pack your lunch the night before and brew your own coffee in the morning. You'll be surprised with how much money you save each month. Shop local. These days, most neighborhoods have local ethnic markets or grocery stores, and you'll often find produce and meats that are not only cheaper but fresher as well. Most supermarket chains focus on pre-packed goods, but local markets focus more on raw ingredients, which translates into fresher produce at a cheaper price. Stock up. If your grocery store or supermarket is having a sale on non-perishable items you regularly use, stock up. Not only will you save money in the long run, but you also have a stock cupboard so you won't be tempted to order takeout or go out for dinner. Eat out less. Cooking your own meals is another great frugal living tip. And it's also healthier because you have more control over what goes in and what stays out of your meals. Check out the flyers and coupons at your grocery store. Meal plan and make a shopping list based on what's on special at the grocery store. This way, you'll make fewer shopping trips, save more money, and waste less food. Plus, if you already know what you'll be making for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you won't get trapped into going out to eat when you're stumped on what to prepare for dinner. Have a clean out meal once a week. Before you go to grocery shop, take out all the produce and groceries you have in your refrigerator and cupboards and use up those ingredients in your next meal. This way, all the food you have won't go to waste and you'll know exactly what you need and don't need before hitting the shops. Gifts, personals, effects, and other discretionary spending. Give your credit cards a break. Try streaking to a cash-based budget and refrain from making credit card purchases just until you get your financial house in order. It may be difficult to pay for every item you buy in cash, but it will also make you aware of your financial situation. If you don't have enough cash to pay for something, you probably shouldn't be buying it. Price match. Most retailers have a price match policy. So if you bought an item and later see it advertised by a competitor at a lower price, bring in the flyer and often than not, the retailer will match the price and refund you the difference. Treat yourself at the cosmetology schools instead of spas. Personal pampering like haircuts, facials, and manicures aren't exactly necessities, but every now and then it's nice to treat yourself. But instead of doling out hundreds of dollars at the spa, check out your local cosmetology schools. You can get a nice haircut and other spa treatments at a fraction of what you would pay at the spa. Be creative. When it comes to gift giving, consider giving something from the heart instead of from a high-end store. Something handmade and thoughtful, such as breakfast in bed, knocking a chore off the to-do list, or simply spending time together is much more meaningful and far less expensive. Contrary to popular belief, living a frugal lifestyle actually opens you up to more options. If the choices you make allow you to get by with less money, not only you can pay off debt much faster, but you can also make personal and professional choices based on what you want instead of based on money. For example, if you're able to get by with less, you can choose to work less and focus on your own projects or work more and retire early. It's all up to you. To live frugally is less about knowing how to save money and more about making mindful lifestyle choices that allows you to live below your means so you can enjoy debt-free living. In conclusion, I'd love to hear your thoughts on frugality. Do you think it is a good concept to live by in the Philippines? Do you have any frugal tips to share with our listeners? If you have any thoughts on being frugal, please share them in the comments below. If you like the content in this video, I would really appreciate if you tick the like button and share this video with your friends. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, remember that you become what you believe. Bye!